Good morning, good morning. Tell y'all right now, Balenci's a hater. let's just put that out there. Soon as Balenci know that I got something to do, now she back doing something. I'm about to take everything out of this playpen. She is not about to have nothing in this playpen, y'all. But I'm telling you, she is working my everlasting nerve. I'm late. I was already gonna be late because I was coming from morning from morning devotion that had me over there. But now I just don't have time for her today. Listen, Balenci is, bruh, I don't even want to show you what she's doing now, right? So I come out here thinking that I'm about to get started. Everything is to the good, whatnot, right? That's what I'm thinking. I come out here, Balenci then did her big one. She over here then tore up her whole entire bed, Tifa. Her whole bed, I don't know nothing about the string that's hanging right here. It's going to aggravate me. But tore up her whole bed. Tore her bed up like I'm not buying her another bed. She going to sleep on the pillow. I'm not buying her another bed. Yeah, I'm going to take that off. I'm not buying her another bed. She gonna sleep on that pillow. She done told the bed slam up, right? Then ripped all the cotton, all the fabric out of the bed. All I see is cotton. All I see is fabric all over the pen now. Now keep in mind, I just fed Balenci this morning. She just got in here this morning, right? So she just got out here. So it ain't even like she did this doing devotion. She done all of this doing devotion. So she done ripped the thing up. Now she's trying to see what else she could tear up. So she done ripped that all the way apart. And then now she got like the fragments of it all inside of a pen, right? So she over there trying to figure out why she coughing the way she coughing. If you got all that cotton in your throat, you know you gonna cough. So that's what she over there doing. So I had to clean that out so I can make sure that, you know what I'm saying, she don't unalive herself over there on the cotton. So I had to clean all of that out. By the time I got finished with that, put another pad down. She had took the puppy pad that I put in there, Tifa, and she turned that every which way but loose. Now, why are you nibbling on the pee pad, which don't make no sense, but of course to Balenci it makes sense. So she's over there doing that, and then now after I cleaned all of that up, cleaned everything, got her back over there nice and neat and all of that. Girl, if I show you, listen, not today, y'all. Just stressful. So she over there with just a pillow and a pee pad. This. Say hey, Balenci. She's over there now with a pillow and a pee pad. So all her nice decor. Oh yeah, she in there bare now. All her nice decor is over there on the floor. She tore up her bed. She tore down the fence. Ain't no all sweet. No. She tore up everything that's over there. So now it's her concrete, a pillow, and a pad. That's all she gonna have. I'm not even playing with her. She better be glad Shaquan bought her all them toys, or she wouldn't have to stop doing that, Balenci. You gotta chill. I'm gonna put her in the carrier in a minute. Y'all, she just been doing, listen, she was ready to go out of town. She definitely was ready. She was ready to go out of town, but she didn't have her shirt on. Like, sit down, exactly, sit down. She got her shirt on yet because she would have pulled it off inside of there too. She would have just did everything. Is she teething? Probably, I don't know. No, I don't know if she's teething or if she just that bad. She just bad, if you ask me. But Balenci be knowing, I be feeling like she be knowing full well what it is that she be doing. She just be doing stuff to get up under my skin. You know what I'm saying? Like she got kidnapped, right? Hold on, y'all, excuse me. But she got kidnapped by her brother. And so I asked Josh to watch my dog. You know what I'm saying? I was going, you know what I'm saying, going to hang out. So I asked Josh to watch my dog. Josh is watching my dog, but he don't like to get my dog back. So he's supposed to be watching my dog. I'm supposed to be giving I got my dog back 2 days later, right? So I got my dog back 2 days later. Yeah, she was dogged out. I got my dog back 2 days later. He's riding around Charlotte with my dog. He's riding around Rock Hill with my dog. He's doing DoorDash with my dog. And he sends me a video of my dog, right? First I see it on his Facebook, but then after I saw it on there, he sends it to me. He's pushing my dog around Target. She in the buggy, acting like she don't know she's supposed to be at home. I'm like, Balenci, it's time for you to come home, honey. You supposed to been home a long time ago. Why is you in Target being pushed around in a little red buggy? Get out of that buggy and get on back home. She just laid up in the buggy like everything okay, but that wasn't even it. Then so as I'm, telling him the next day, bring my dog home. Stop playing with me. Here he go. Sends me a video, go FaceTime me. That's what it was. Video call me, right? Video call me. My dog ain't nothing but 4.8 pounds. Understand? She ain't even 5 pounds, 4.8. And he got the window down in a little Nissan, right? Riding around Charlotte doing DoorDash. She don't know nothing about no DoorDash. Out there DoorDashing with my dog. My dog is in the back seat with the window down, wind blowing all on her. She looking all disheveled, all out of place. I'm like, roll that window up. She ain't even strapped down and nothing. The wind can take her straight on down 77. My dog gonna be on the side of the road messing with him. She over there acting like she don't know what's going on. She having a time of her life, hair blowing all back and everything. Y'all, it was a mess. She's really been in the streets. I'm like, Josh, bring my dog home. I got my dog back 9 o'clock that night. 9 p.m. that night is when I got my dog back. I'ma find another sitter. Long story, I'm finding another sitter. He's a great sitter, but he don't know when to bring her back. He don't know when to bring her back. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, she pees on the pad now, Tara. She pees and poop on the pad. So now that she's trained, everybody want her. You know what I'm saying? But before she got trained, oh no. But yeah, now that she trained, everybody, let me get Balenci. Let me hold Balenci. Everybody want to get Balenci now. But before, they like, she ain't coming over here peeing on my this, peeing on my that. Now they want to hold her. But good morning, Grand Rising. Sorry for the delay. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, they got kicked out. They got kicked out of Target. Oh, Lord. You know what I'm saying? He had no business in there to begin with. But anyway, good morning, Grand Rising, Real Rich Rising. Happy New Day to each and every one of you guys. I hope and I pray that you guys are in y'all best mood. That's me and the Balenci drama for this morning. Yes, we definitely got drama. We definitely got chaos this morning because, yes, she be doing a whole lot. But if you are happy to be here, if you're happy to be amongst the living on today, if you in your best mood on today. What's up, Nappy's Keeper? How you doing this morning? Duchess, good morning to you as well. Nubian Essence, good morning to you. It's Bam. Okay, it's Bam. How y'all doing this morning? Do me a favor. Let's get 5 badges over there on the gram. Let's get our 10K over here on Great Tickety Talk. And then on the Book of Many Faces, we need 100 more. We got 100. We need 100 more to be over there on our starting goal. Happy birthday to you, Tiffany. I pray that God continues to bless and keep you, wrap his arms around you. And I pray that this is an amazing year for you on this year. I pray that it's every single thing that you needed to be. Good morning to y'all. This is Fiery Friday. V-Guy. Appreciate y'all over there double tapping on the screen for me. Y'all know we've been talking about Elisha, and the part that I left out on yesterday. Elisha had that bush. That angel had, Elisha found that bush and laid by that bush. Now, Nappy's Keeper, I appreciate you so much. Double tapping on that screen. Who is that? Antoinette. Thank you so much, Smiley. Appreciate you. We at 5.3 over there on TikTok. Let's go. Double tapping on that screen. Let's get it. Good morning, Seaborn. Thank you so much. I appreciate you this morning. One of the things I keep telling y'all all the time, you know what I'm saying, when it came down to this about how tired, you know what I'm saying, Elisha was. Elisha had went out there and did all of that work, put in all of that work. Elisha said, hey, I'm tired. I'm wore out. And we know for a fact that Elisha was definitely tired. He was definitely wore out because when he got away from it, right, by the time he got over there, I'm just going to read from 1 all the way down to 6 real quick. I'm going to read from 1 to 6 just so that I can make sure that everybody is on board and fully understand where we at. Thank you so much, Flowers. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Don Diva. I appreciate you. Good morning, Grand Rising. And this is going to be from 1 Kings chapter 19. This is the New International Version. I'm going to do from 1 to 6 because that's what we had already covered before. Y'all know I've been going back and I've been wrapping up the whole 18. I've been doing that since Tuesday. So I think that we're pretty clear on what happened from 1 to 18. So I want to put a lot of my focus just strictly on 19 on today. All right, so we're going to say focus on 19 today because I think 18 we already got it broke down to the science, right? Double tapping on that screen and it says, now Ahab told Jezebel everything that Elisha had done and how he had unalived the prophets with the sword. So Jezebel sent a messenger to Elisha to say, may the gods deal with me, be ever so severely, if by this time tomorrow I do not make your own life that of one of them. In other words, Jezebel, and over here in verses 1 and 2, she's being informed of what Elisha then did over there in chapter 18 with the calling down of the fire, with it displaying that God is actually God in our lives, right? He's already showed his power in everything. And after he didn't call down the fire, he does what? He gathered the 850 prophets and take them into the valley. And when he takes them into the valley, he unalive them over there with his sword, right? So now Jezebel is like, wait a minute, you got a whole lot of nerve, right? You got a whole lot of nerve. You done came over here, right? Over here on my ground, on my turf, in my territory, and you done did all of this. You done humiliated me and my husband. You done put us out here and got us looking crazy in front of everybody. He the king and I'm the queen. And if you think for 1 second that I'm about to lose everything that I got because you decided that wait a minute, we cannot do that. We cannot do that, right? So Queen Jezebel, like, wait a minute. By this time tomorrow, don't even worry about it. Because whatever it was, however you handle them, is going to be exactly how I'm going to handle you. I'm going to do to you the same exact thing that you done to them down there in the valley, right? This is what she tells Elisha over there in verse 2. And if we go on down, right, Elijah was afraid and he ran for his life. When he came to Bathsheba in Judah, he left his servant there. Now Elisha then heard this message that was sent to him by Jezebel, and Elisha is scared out his mind. Can you believe that in one season he was walking around, right, calling the shots and telling everybody what they was gonna do, where they gonna meet up at? Meet me at the Mount Carmel, and we're gonna go ahead and get it popping up there. We're gonna put the rock on my shoulder. We're gonna draw the line in the sand. Whoever step across it, this is what we're gonna do. He had all this dip on his chip in one season, and then now he gets over here and he's running from Jezebel. You see how sometimes we can just be like, man, we done forgot. The power that was all over Elisha is the same. He's still serving the same God. Everything about Elisha is the same. But you will have a human experience, is what I was explaining to you guys on yesterday. There will be times in your life, no matter how much you love God, that your heart will be broken. There will be times in your life, no matter how much, understand me, you pray, no matter how much you worship, no matter how much you praise, no matter how much you study, no matter how much you meditate, there will be times in your life that you have to understand that your heart will be broken. There will be times when you will shed tears. There will be times when you feel like the whole world is all the way against you. You being, understand me, a disciple, you being locked in with God, you having a covenant with God does not exempt you from these human-like experiences. These things are going to happen. Stop thinking that, oh, well, maybe my relationship ain't real, or maybe I'm not locked in like how I think I'm locked in. Maybe it ain't this, and maybe it ain't that. No, that's the adversary's job to make you question your relationship with God. That's the adversary's job to make you question whether or not it's working for you or not. That's the reason why you feel those feelings. You are having a human-like experience. You are in fact human, and it is okay. Yes, so you have to see that just like that. It is okay. In one season, he was walking with holy boldness. In one season, he was out there telling everybody exactly what they was going to do. In one season, he was out there lining it all the way up and passing it out and laughing and joking and taunting them and everything else. In one season, in another season, he running scared. It's like, man, what's going on? But if you know the character of Jezebel, then you can understand exactly why Elisha was feeling what it was that he was feeling. If we understand the character of Jezebel, then we understand exactly why Elisha was moving the way that he was moving. He was moving with what we would call caution. Good morning, Ashanti. How you doing this morning, sis? Understand? Hey. And this is what I said to y'all in devotion this morning. Why is it when people show you who they are, you continue to allow them to keep showing you over and over and over and over again? He knew the character of Jezebel, and that was the reason why he was running the way that he reason why I got to get away from her. Understand me? Because one thing's for sure, two things for certain is I know that she's a woman of her word. I know how wicked she really and truly is. I know how heartless she really and truly is. I know the lengths that she's willing to go to. I know the things that she's willing to do. I also know the things that she's already done. And because I know this about her already, I want to make sure that I run fast as I can. I need to get up and I need to get away from that. Pause just right there with that little bit. What's going on, Bougie Wretched? How you doing this morning? And that's what I was trying to explain to you guys over there in devotion this morning. You don't stay connected to the thing that's damaging you. You don't continue to give unlimited amount of chance after chance after chance to the very thing that you see is damaging you, to the very thing that you see is taking you for a ride. You get away from that. And this is a great example of just that. He knew who Jezebel was. He knew her character. He already knew what time that Jezebel was on. You know how nuts you look knowing that a person is a certain type of way, but then yet and still you trying to be connected to that person, still trying to be over there smiling and grinning and over you look crazy. It ain't even the person's fault no more. Why? Because they've already showed you. They've already put it on the floor for you. It's already out there. Can't nobody do nothing to you that you don't allow. Once you see it, once it's out there, now that's on you. Once you see it, then that right there, that's on you. She says, not good. Big Mama was called home to the Lord last night. She was 94. 94 is a beautiful life. I don't know what you're talking about. Not good. You should be doing very, very well. You better shake off that negative energy and get back into this thing called life, sweetheart. To live to see 94 is a blessing, especially when you're seeing folk leave up out of here and they 10, 11, 12, 13 years old. To live to see 94 is a full life. That is a whole life right there. That's 6 years from 100. If anything, y'all should be over there celebrating. If anything, y'all should be walking around there happy, happy, joy, joy. I'm talking about the whole entire 94. Baby, let me see 94. Hello. You know what I'm saying? Let me see 94. What? I mean, hey, come on now. You have to shift that perspective, sweetheart. Don't be speaking that negative day over your life. Don't be speaking that negative energy over your life. Understand me, to be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. That's the only thing that all of us is promised. We are all promised that we won't be here one day. That's the only thing that we know for sure. Your next day, tomorrow, is not promised. The next second ain't promised. Understand me, but to make sure, God woke you up 94 years? Come on, Bougie Wretched, snap out of that. Yeah. Reword that. Yeah, it's a celebration, baby. Y'all got a celebration over there going on. Yeah, hello. Might miss the times. Understand me, you miss the times, the conversations, the laughters, and the stuff like that. The things that you was doing with those individuals. But as long as you was there, as long as you was around, as long as you done what you were supposed to be doing when that person was there, this is why you treat folk right. Treat folk right when they here. Understand me? So when they pass away, you can grieve without regret. You ain't got to be feeling bad. You ain't got to be in your feelings and nothing, because you know that you did your part. And when you know that you did your part, you walk up in there and it's a celebrate. That what Brown call it, baby. It's a celebrate. What you doing? Oh, baby, I'm happy because at 94, come on, at 94. Oh man, God bless. My deepest condolences and my love to you and your family. But yeah, you got to change that around, baby. 94 is beautiful. 94 years that God chose you. 94 years that God blew breath inside of that body. 94 years that he was wrapping his arms around her. 94 years, understand me, showed up to her house. 94 years and said, hey, this gonna be a day. I chose you for 94 years. Come on, man. That's good stuff right there. That's good. Yeah, ain't that good? That's some good stuff right there. That's good stuff right there. Hey, that's 6 years from 100. That is a full life right there. I absolutely love it. So now here we are, right? We understand what he going through because we know Jezebel's character. We know how Jezebel out there moving, right? So we already know she ain't showing no love. We know she ain't showing no mercy. We know she ain't showing no grace. We already know this. Why? Because of what she was doing with the Lord's prophets. So Elisha has every reason to be feeling how he feeling, right? Elisha have every right to be running everybody scared. Elisha have every right to be in his bag on the day, right? So now we understand, like, hey, look, if I was him, I'd probably be running too. If I was him, I probably know I'd be feeling that same type of way too. You have to look at her resume. You have to look at the things she been doing. You have to look at how she really set up. So Elisha is full aware of all of this. So he said, man, I got to get up out of here. Understand me? I got to get up out of here. Even though I love the Lord, thank you, T. Frank. I appreciate you. Even though I love the Lord, even though I'm locked in with him, even though I know that, he's going to protect me, he's going to provide for me, he's going to do all of these things. But in that particular moment, it's like, oh my God. Why? Because I already knew that when I went, you have to understand this, right? Elisha knew the danger that he was putting himself in when he went into the camp and started telling them what they was going to do. He already knew this, right? Remember, it said that Elisha was operating with bold obedience. He was only there not because he wanted to be there, Kira. He was there because he was instructed to be there. Had it been his decision, he would have never been there from the very beginning. Understand me? So when Elisha went down there, he went down there under follow this story now. He was under the direction of the Most High God. It wasn't like Elisha said, I want to come down here and mess with Jezebel. It wasn't like he was volunteering his service to go down there, right, Amanda, to mess with Jezebel. That was not on his to-do list. That was not on his bingo card. He had no desire to go over there messing with them folk. He wasn't even trying to. He was not even trying to go over there to bother them folks at all. He was operating in that moment up under bold obedience. This was him following the strict instructions that was given to him by God. He says, hey, look, I need you to go over there. Why? Because your brothers and sisters in Christ, I need you to go turn their hearts back to me. I need you to go down there real quick, and I need you to put some act right over there real quick. I need you to go over there, stay and bless. I appreciate you. I need you to go put some act right on those folks over there. Anything that's standing in the way of me and my folk, I need you to wipe it out. Anything that's standing in the middle, understand me, of me and my folk, that's preventing my folk from being able to worship me in spirit and in truth. Hello, come here real quick. He says, I need you to go down there. And what I need for you to do is, I need you to put some act right down there on Mount Carmel. I'm coming to pick up my children. I'm coming to pick up my children real quick. I need for you to know that your brothers and your sisters, they're going to be down there. Understand me? And they didn't, anything that's stopping them from being able to worship me in spirit and in truth, I need that wiped out. I need that wrapped up. I need you to go down there and I need you to do work. I need you to go down there and I need you to handle business. I need you to go down there and I don't need you dragging your feet. I don't need you walking around acting like you don't know why you're there. I need you to go down there and I need you to handle that biz-na-e down there. That's what I need you to do. Handle that biz-na-e when you get down there. So Elisha went down there in chapter 18 because he was operating with the bold obedience, because he was being instructed by God to go and do so. It was never that he wasn't aware of the danger that he was actually putting himself in. He knew this already. But he also knew that he wasn't moving on his own accord. So when he went in, he had to go in there as instructed. He had to go in there and he had to handle business. And I went back to that because I want you to understand the lengths that God is actually willing to go to get your heart. I want you to know that. I want you to pay attention to that part alone. Understand me, God loves you so much and want that relationship, want that commitment, that intimate relationship, want you to build that with him so much that he says, I'm willing to wipe out anything. That's the I love you so much that I'm willing to wipe out anything that stands in the way of you being able to worship me in spirit and in truth. If that right there, if that's the hold up, if that's the problem, if that's the hold up, if that's the problem, hey, Elisha, get that up out of there. Understand me? So Elisha went down there and he had to do what he was instructed by God to go down there and do. This is how God is willing to show up in your life. He's willing to remove it. He's willing to lay it down. He's willing to wipe it all the way out. Understand me? This is what he's willing to do for you. That's why we say God don't play about me. This is why we say he'll lay a mountain flat about me. This is why we say, oh, I'm backed by heaven. This is why we say, oh yeah, he's dispatching those angels. Understand me. I am not to be toyed with. I am not to be toyed with. Because understand me, because I'm not interested in vindicating myself. I'm not interested in explaining myself. Understand me. I'm not interested in battling back and forth with folk concerning myself. I let God fight all the battles. I let him handle all the issues. I let him take on all the problems. So when you coming up against me, you have to be very careful. You have to proceed with caution, because I've already surrendered it to the Most High God. You're not going to get the response out of me that you thought that you was going to get. You're not going to get the back and forth out of me that you thought that you was going to get. You're not going to get me to lay down my religion to come and get down on your level. You're not going to get that type of response from me. Understand me. I let him do all the vindicating. I let him handle all the problems. I let him deal with all the issues. It's so much better when I let him do it. Now here go Jezebel, and Jezebel say, hey, look, I'm going to tell you what. Understand me. This is how we know somebody that is certified crazy. This is when you know that you're really off your rockers. This how you know when you're really off your rockers. Understand me. Listen, Jezebel, they sat right there, and she done heard everything that Ahab then explained to her. King Ahab, which is her husband. Watch this, Natalie. Watch this right here. Now, you done heard everything that Ahab done told you. He's the king. And he witnessed all of this firsthand. This is not secondhand information. Understand me, he was right there. This is not something that somebody came back and told King Ahab at all. He was right there when it all happened. He was outside with everybody when this happened. He then came back and told Jezebel everything that's then went down out there, right? And then, he then told Jezebel, hear me, what I'm saying, everything that's then happened out there. And when I say this, I'm saying this so that you can understand how far, you see how far God is willing to go for your heart, how far God is willing to go to protect you, how far God is willing to go so that you will be able to worship him in spirit and in truth. You know how I always tell you that you cannot have more of one thing without having more of another thing. Understand me, the adversary want to be the man so bad, want to be in charge so bad, want to be God so bad, listen, that he will go through great lengths to try to destroy you. Yeah. Because now, wait a second, hold on. I told you what God is willing to do for you, right? How he's willing to go in there and lay down 850 prophets, false prophets, to go in there and lay down 850 false prophets so that you would be able to worship him in spirit and truth, so that he would be able to turn your heart back to him. But we cannot skip past the fact, because there will not be inaccurate, but it will be incomplete teaching if I don't expose to you the lengths that the adversary is also willing to go. Understand me, to keep you trapped, to unalive you, to stop you, to stunt your growth and your development, to prevent you from telling and teaching the truth. Understand me, because Jezebel, after hearing all of these things, come here, Natalie, that Elisha then went out there and done. Now Ahab and then told you that Elisha came out there and had all 850 prophets out there. True, that's true, right? He told you that part. He also told you that he told everybody to go meet at Mount Carmel, right? Right, he told me that. He also told you that he told them, hey, let's get 2 altars built. And when we build these 2 altars, go get the bull and go get the stones, go get the wood, all of that, right? She's like, yeah, right. I heard all of that, right? Okay, you heard all of that. He says, now I'm also telling you that we was out there dancing around the altar. We was out there singing praises to Baal all around the altar. We was out there shedding blood for Baal. It was hitting the ground, all of that all around the altar. And Baal never showed up. Baal never showed up. I also told you that Elisha was over there kicked back and relaxing in the canopy. I added that canopy part. It did not say he was in the. It did not say that man was in that canopy. Hold on. They did not say that. They did not say. Hold up. You play too much. It did not say he was in that canopy. But he was over there. He kicked back, and Elisha is over there relaxing, right? And while he's relaxing, he's watching them hooping and hollering and calling on Baal. And then he does what? He starts to taunt them. And then here go Jezebel, what you mean? He started to taunt him. What you mean? They started saying, what was he saying? What you mean taught him? What you mean he was doing? Talking about, oh, why don't you tell Baal to wake up? Oh, maybe Baal is on holiday. Oh, maybe he's on vacation. Oh, maybe he he's busy. Oh, maybe he's asleep. Oh, maybe you should call him louder. Maybe he needs to be waking up. So now Jezebel is over there like, oh, you don't say. Oh, so he was out there, and not only was he watching y'all do all of that, now he picking at y'all too. Now, he taunting y'all too. He doing all of that too. Now Jezebel hears all of this stuff that's going on, right? See everything that Elisha is doing through the eyes of King Ahab. And then Ahab says, but that ain't it. And she's like, what else happened? And he says, we tore down his altar because we was trying to get Baal to come. They had to rebuild his altar. And he did something different. Jezebel said, I'm all ears. Jezebel said, what? I'm all ears. Talk to me, because you already got me pissed off. Go ahead and talk to me. To know that you let somebody come up in our camp and move how he wanted to move is already got me over here hot. Understand me, the fact that you let somebody come up in our camp and let them call the shots and call out all these prophets up there and embarrassed us the way that he done embarrassed us. Oh yeah, I'm already feeling the way. Don't start holding back on the story now. Don't start trying to sugarcoat it, King Ahab. Go ahead and spill the beans, right? So now she's pacing back to the floor. I want y'all to envision this. Now, this is husband and wife. This is King Ahab and this is Jezebel. I want y'all to see them. They up in the palace and King Ahab is breaking down the whole entire story over there to Jezebel, piece by piece, everything that has happened, right? And then he gets to this part. He says, well, now, yeah, I'm going to tell you. And she kind of rushing him because now she a little bit impatient because you got to keep in mind, she 850 prophets down. And not only is she 850 prophets down, everybody that's out there in the community that she was supposed to have been the queen over and he was supposed to have been the king over, they have all lost respect for them. Understand me, they don't even see them as the king and the queen anymore because of what Elisha then went out there and done. I can't lead you if you don't trust me. Now he done already showed them that your king and queen can't be trusted. Jezebel pacing. Her energy is through the roof. He says, hey, they had to rebuild the altar. And when he rebuilt the altar, he did something different that we ain't did. He took water, not one time, not two times, but 3 times. Understand me, he had the folks come over there and pour water on his altar. And now Jezebel jumps back. What you mean, pour water on the altar? What you mean, why would he pour water on the altar? Ain't no way in the world he thought you should pour water on something that you're about to set ablaze. How is it going to come? How is it going to fire up if he didn't pour water on it? And here go King Ahab, listen, he done it 3 times. He poured so much water on it, baby. Understand me, listen. I know you upset, I know you mad, but he poured so much water on it that his whole entire altar was drenched with water. The whole thing was drenched with water. And then not only did he do that to the altar, he also digged a trench that went all the way around the altar. Now she holding her head. She's like, say it ain't so. Hold on, what? Say it ain't so. Ain't no way in the world. He's like, yes, all of this really did happen. Understand me? And then he filled, the water was running off of the altar, that it filled into the trenches. Understand me? So it had standing water that was all the way around this altar, right? And she's like, and then what happened, King? Tell me what happened. How did this take place? What was the people saying? Say everybody that was out there, we was all locked in. We was all looking because we were trying to understand what was going to happen in this moment, because there's no way that this is going to actually work because it's drenched with so much water. He got to be crazy. He got to be out his mind. This cannot be working the way that he thought that it was going to work. And then she says, well, what happened next? And all he did was call him. And the fire came from heaven. Oh, what? Oh, it came. Now she over there, and what happened? And what happened next? What happened next? Her eyes is locked in on King Ahab. Says, oh, all he did was call him. He ain't sliced nothing like how we did. He ain't tear nothing off of him like how we did. He ain't do all that hooping and hollering and sweat falling from brow like how we did. All he did was remind him of the God that he was, the one of Jacob, the one of Isaac, the one of Israel. He told his God, he was like, hey, look, remember, I need for you to show them that I am your servant. I need for you to show them that you are, in fact, God. And next thing you know, it started falling out of the the sky. Now she's over there like, ain't no way in the world. I'm like, yes, it's a way. It's a way. And not only did that happen, it consumed the whole entire altar. And not only did it consume the altar, it dried up all the water that was in the trenches as well. It was bone dry, baby. Understand me? It was bone dry over there. My mind, I still can't even wrap around that. I'm still in disbelief as I'm saying it to you. I don't even know what else to do. Talking about, are you sure? I'm sure. I saw it right there with my own eyes. I am sure it happened right there in front of me. This is not hearsay. This actually happened right there. And then after he had finished doing what he done, he told them. She like, and who is them? Who is the them? The folks that was out there. He says, also, our people that once believed don't believe. The ones that he already showed them who was God. He exposed to them who was really God. Understand me? And they that was out there, they gathered all 850 of the false prophets and took them to the valley, and they were slaughtered by the swords. And she's like, are you serious? Oh yeah. She says, oh, this really happened. So this is what enraged Jezebel. This is why she's so upset. This is why she's so mad that she's swearing on her own life. She's looking at every single thing that has happened, all the embarrassment, all the humiliation. She's trying to figure out how in the world are we going to ever be able to come back from this right here. You will be amazed the lengths that people are willing to go to protect their image. Huh? Oh yeah, come on. Some of y'all like, ooh, oh yeah. You'll be amazed of the lengths that folks are willing to go to make sure that they are able to protect their image, to make sure that folks see them a certain type of way, to make sure that people view them a certain type of way. Understand me? Her biggest thing is the fact that, wait a minute, all of this happened and come here, Tia. This happened and it happened out in front of everybody. This happened and it was on a display. This happened and everybody know about it. This is the talk of the great tickety talk. They got all types of different duets, all type of videos that's dropping of it. You can't go nowhere on the book because they have their phones out and they got a live that is 45 minutes to an hour long over there. You cannot go on the gram. They got pictures after pictures after pictures of the flame, the falling out the sky. They got it all mapped out there. You even got some folk that went all the way up to the trenches and they hit that picture to show that the trench around the altar was dry. There's no escaping this truth. Huh? You can't outrun the truth. Yeah. You can only pretend but so long. Understand me? Anything that is done is going to be exposed eventually. Just like we read about this morning in devotion. It says you're going to run to the rock and the rock is going to cry out. Back in the day, my grandmama would say, run to the rock. You know what I'm saying? But the rock is going to cry out. This ain't no hiding place. You won't be able to hide over here. And this morning we learned not only will the rock cry out, but it said the very wood that's in the crevices. Understand me? The beam that supports the whole entire thing, it's going to send the echo. So whatever it is that the rock cries out, that the echo, the wood is going to echo it. It's going to project it. It's going to drag it all the way out right there. Understand me? There's no hiding place. This right here, this is no hiding place. You can't tuck over here. You can't duck over here. You can't, you ain't going to blend in over here because the rock is going to holler. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Rock cry out, not a hiding place. Where will you run? Oh, judgment day. Y'all know that song? Y'all, send a man. Where you gonna run to? On judgment day. That should be a song right there. They say, hey, this ain't no hiding place. This ain't no hiding place. You ain't going to be able to do what you want to do over here. That rock is going to expose you. It's going to put it on the front street right there for you. Understand me? This ain't no hiding place. This is not a hiding place. So this is what Jezebel's issue right now is. Her issue is this happened in public. This happened in front of everybody. I love you too. This happened in front of everybody. Ain't no ducking the smoke. This right here, this has got to happen. So she is so furious and so upset, and that's just like the adversary, right? Understand me? He want to trick you. He want to finesse you into thinking that he got power that he does not have. That's good teaching. That's good right there. Hold up. What you say? What you say? Okay, rewind. Rewind. Yeah. Jezebel is acting just like her father, the adversary. One thing that he wants to do is what? Trick you into thinking that he has power that he really and truly do not have. So now, understanding that you didn't went out there, she done tricked all of these people to believe that she had this type of power, this type of authority, and that Baal was the real God and all of this. And now she's been exposed, understand me, the same way that the adversary was exposed. Yet again, God has put him out there on Front Street. So now she's so mad and so frustrated with the truth being out about it. Now she's like, oh, if it don't be done by this time tomorrow, not on my mama, not on my daddy, not on my great granny, I put it on myself. You will be amazed the lengths that people are willing to go to protect certain things, to shield certain things, to make sure that certain things don't come out. Understand that. So in this moment, Elijah is afraid and he ran for his life. And when he got to Beersheba over in Judah, he left his servant there while he himself, he went a day's journey into the wilderness, and he came to a bush, sat under it, and he prayed that he might be unalive. Elisha is so scared out his mind. Not only is he scared, he's also fatigued as well. He's also drained as well. He's also frustrated as well. He have all of these different emotions all on him at once, so much that he says, I have had enough. Double tap on my screen real quick if you've ever entered a space in your life where you feel like, you know what, I just have had enough. I've had enough. I had enough. I'm at my wit's end. I'm ready to throw in the towel. I'm ready to give up on it all. I'm ready to surrender it. I'm ready to wave my white flag. I just want to lay down and not get up. Double tap on the screen. Let's get serious. Let's be very serious. Let's be very real about what's happening, right? Because Elisha is not the only individual that have ever experienced that right there. So all of us have been in that place. All of us have experienced that experience. All of us have been in that place where we feel like, yo, I am tired. I am frustrated. I am annoyed. I'm at my wit's end with this. I don't need not now another thing to happen, because if it do, ain't no telling what type of response that I'll have. Double tap on the screen. Let's go. Yeah. Let's just be real about it. Can we be real? We got 522. Let's get up to 1,000 on the Book of Many Faces. We had 60.2. Let's go ahead and get to 100K real quick. Yeah, let's get to 100K real quick. Double tapping. I rally. Good morning to you. True Forever. Good morning to you. Is it Ambro? Ambro. Good morning. Barry Frost. Good morning. Double tap on that screen. Let's get 5 badges over there on the gram. So now Elisha said, listen, I've had enough. He said, take my life. I am no better than my ancestors. At this point, he's like, listen, I'm at my wit's end, and I ain't got time to be out here running from this woman. I ain't got time to be out here crying. I ain't got time to be out here ducking and dodging her. I've been doing that already. I'm sick of it. I've been on the run for 3.5 years already. I've been ducking and dodging this woman for 3.5 years. I know I ain't about to have to duck and dodge her no more. I'm sick and I'm tired of it. And then he says he laid down under the bush and he fell asleep. And all at once the angel touched him and said, get up and eat. Understand that that's verse 5. And then verse 6 says, he looked around, and there by his head was some bread baked over hot coals and a jar of water. He ate and he drank, and he then laid down again. This man is so tired. Like I told y'all yesterday, he ain't even trying to figure out where the bread nor the water came from. You just eating and drinking from wherever, huh? It didn't even matter to Elisha in this moment where it came from. He didn't even care where it came from. He woke up, he ate it, and then he laid back down. Understand me. And in that moment, and I'm going to teach you because it's Fiery Friday. And in that moment, the only thing that I thought about, again, I've been talking about Jairus' daughter all week, right? I've been talking about Jairus and his daughter all week. When he told Jairus' daughter to get up, what they told, they said, feed her. When Jesus told Jairus' daughter to get up, he told her to get up. He said, little girl, get up. When the little girl got up and started moving around the room, act like she ain't never been down bad, right? She up and she moving around the room. What did he say? He said, feed her. Understand me. Give us something to eat. And this right here, this is what we're talking about right now every single day, making sure that he says, listen, the energy is just drained. Give us some food. Same thing that he's telling Elijah. Then the angel of the Lord came back the second time and touched him and said, get up and eat, for the journey is too much for you. Oh, come here. Come. Come and sit down. Come and sit down. The angel of the Lord came back a second time and touched him and said, get up and eat, for the journey is too much for you. In other words, he's saying to him in this moment, I need you at your best self. Understand me, for whatever it is that I'm about to do in your life, I need you at your best self. I don't need you missing no meals. I don't need you losing your appetite. I don't need you slacking and all of that. I need to make sure that you are well nourished for what it is that you are about to do right here. Next, he says, for the journey is too much for you. So he got up and he ate and he drank. Strengthened by the food, he traveled for 40 days and 40 nights until he reached Horeb, the mountain of God. So now here it is, this person that was very tired, very drained, this man Elisha, now he done got up right after being strengthened by the food that God gave him. But you know, the part that got me was, I tell you what, y'all know I likes to cut up. I bet the part that ran out all that energy was when he outran that chariot. When he outran that chariot, that's what did it for him. If he would have never outran that chariot, he might have still had a little bit of strength in him. But boy, when they say that the power of the Lord fell on him, and when the power of the Lord fell on him, he took off. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine a chariot is being drugged by a horse? Being drugged by a horse, and here you is speeding past a horse. That's why he's so tired. You tired because of the way you've been running past that chariot. Understand me? Listen, I'm just saying that would have wore you out right there. Yeah, so, hey, Lily, I'm just saying, it had to be something, because God dog. You know what I'm saying? What? You know, you have to think about that thing, right? So now, here we are in verse 9. It says, there he went into a cave and spent the night. And the word of the Lord came to him. What are you doing here, Elisha? He says, what are you doing here? Sometimes you could go through some stuff in your life and you will forget. Because you'll forget your whole assignment. You'll be so distracted with this life, so distracted with the stuff that's happening in this life, be so overwhelmed and so consumed with the things of this life. He says, what are you doing here? Understand me. You ever wake up in a place in your life, you're like, what am I doing here? I ain't had no business over here. This wasn't, I don't even know why. How did I get here? How did this become my life? Understand me. And hey, God, over here. I couldn't even get it out of my mouth right. He says, what are you doing here, Elisha? What are you doing here, Natalie? What are you doing here, Shay Shay? Antoinette, what are you doing here? Come on, Bougie Ratchet, what are you doing here? Nappy's Keeper, what are you doing here? Amanda, what are you doing here? You have to look at your life as you're growing and evolving in Christ, making sure that every step that you take, every move that you make, that you are in alignment with that will. Understand me, in alignment with the assignment that God has over your life. The last thing that you want him to ask you is, what are you doing here? This right here, this ain't even your portion. What are you doing here? This is not even a part of your assignment. What are you doing here? This is not even what I called you to do. Understand, what are you doing here? This was not even a part of the plan. What are you doing here? Sometimes we can be so caught up in this life that we don't even realize how far gone we really and truly are. He's like, I need you to get back where you're supposed to be. I need you to remember who did it for you and been doing it for you all this time. I need you to get back locked in. I need you to remember that I am, in fact, the same God that you stood out there on Mount Carmel and all you did was put a request in, and I did what? I rained down the fire from the heavens for you. I need for you to remember that right there. I need for you to know that I'm the same God that as you sat up on the top of the mountain, fully drained, so tired that you tucked your head over there between your legs, and I sit down my power that gave you enough energy, enough strength to outrun a whole entire chariot. I am the same God that told you to tell them that it wasn't going to rain, and the rain did not come. I'm the same God that sent you back and 3.5 years later to tell them that the rain is going to come, and indeed it failed. I'm the same God. Hey, Put it in the chat. I'm the same God. I'm the same God that did it then, and I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to do it again, and again, and again. I'm the same God. I am the same God. Understand me. I need to know what you're running scared from. I need to know what you're ducking from. I want to know why you're moving, how you're moving. I'm the same God. So you think that I'm a God enough to rain fire out of the sky. I'm God enough to open up the clouds and let the rain fall, to let the fire fall. I'm God enough to make sure the angels come over there and feed you warm bread that is warmed by the cold, and make sure that you got good water to drink, not once but twice. I am a God enough to make sure that you're fed, to make sure that you're nourished, to make sure that you have everything that you need. But now that Jezebel is after you, you think, I'm not God enough. Huh? Now you running around like I'm not God enough. How you running around acting like I'm not God enough? Like you ain't checked my resume. Like you ain't looked over my life. Like you don't know that I've been consistent. Like you ain't looking over the life and the things that I've instructed you to do, and how I'm the same God. Understand me. He says, what are you doing here, Elisha? You over here tucked up in a cave. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? Understand me. What you thinking? You think I'm not going to make sure that you protected? You thinking that I'm not going to make sure that you good? You thinking that I'm going to, you thinking that? That cannot be your thought. Because if I was going to let something happen to you, I could have let something happen to you when you was down there on Mount Carmel, right? If I was going to let something happen to you when you was down there with 850 of them, understand me, false prophets, I could have let it happen to you down there. That would have been the perfect time. You think that I spared your life to have you out here on the run? You think I spared your life all of these years for you to out here be dealing with depression, stress, and anxiety? You think that I wake you up every day, put breath in your body, give you activities of your limbs, clothe you in your right mind, and just for you to walk around and give the adversary all the glory? Oh, I'm so sad. Oh, I'm so mad. Oh, my day's so bad. I'm so this and I'm so that. He says, you think I done all of this work just for you to give the adversary and then you trying to figure out why I'm jealous? That's my work. You mine. You mine. You think I'm waking you up every single day for nothing? You think I'm sending angels to feed you for nothing? You think I'm opening doors, creating ways like this for you for nothing? I ain't doing all this work for nothing. I need for you to know that. If I was going to do that, if I was going to turn my back on you at any given moment, I could have done that a long time ago. Understand me real quick. Right there where you are. Think about when you was at your lowest time of your life. Understand me, the lowest time of your life. I don't care where you at. Tell them folk at the office, hold on, because it's Fiery Friday, baby. Hello. I want you to think about when you was at the worst time of your life. I want you to think about the tears that you cried. I want you to think about the time that you laid by the toilet stool, could barely stand up straight, stomach all messed up. Understand me, drunk out your mind. Understand me, think about the times that you was in the shower, all your clothes on, ain't even have enough sense to take your clothes off. Understand me, think about the times that you drove around in your car until you ain't had no more gas left, sitting on the side of the road with tears running down your face. Think about the times that you sat right there, lit up the whole house with candles. Think about the times when you didn't know if it was going to be another time, that if you ain't know if it was going to be another way. I want you to think about the time when you laid up on a hospital bed and did not know if you was going to be able to get up off of the hospital bed, did not know what was going to happen because the reports was saying all kind of stuff. I want you to think about the time that you was laid up in a mental institution because you had a nervous breakdown. I want you to think about the time that your heart was so broken that you never thought that you would love again, that you would want to deal with folk ever again. Think about that time. Think about that time. When everybody said that you would never get past that. You will never move forward from that. That everybody had counted you all the way out and said, oh, it's a wrap for them. Oh, ain't no surviving that. Ain't no coming back from that. Ain't no getting through that right there. And then look at you right now today. Understand me. Look at you right now today. Look at how you're moving. Still got breath in your body. Look at you right now doing things that they said that you would never do. Look at you speaking how they said you would never speak. Look at you living how they said that you would never live. Look at your life right now. Understand me. And this is how you know that the enemy is a liar. This is how you know that he does not have the power or the authority that he tried to convince you that he really have. Look at your life right now. Understand me. Versus what it was then in those moments that you thought that there was no coming back from that. Same God. Hey, sit down. Sit down. They ain't no worship. They ain't no, yo, come on. They ain't no worship. They ain't no, yeah. Hey, same God. Now that same God hit different, right? Now when you say same God, you're like, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Now that same God hit different. It hits different. Same God that did it then is going to be the same God that's going to do it again. The same God that did it then is going to be the same God that's going to do it again. And he's going to do it again. And he's going to do it again. And he's going to get to do it again. One thing about the God that we serve is that he never gets tired. Understand me. He never gets tired of doing it for you. He's in a hurry to make sure that you're okay. He's in a hurry to make sure that you have everything that you need. Then understand he's in a hurry to do so. But you have to make sure that you are doing your part. You have to make sure that you are locked in the way that you're supposed to be locked in. You have to make sure that you're focused the way that you're supposed to be focused. Listen here. This man didn't watch fire come down from heaven. He didn't watch himself outrun a whole entire chariot. He didn't watch the sky open up and turn gray and drop rain on the ground. And now you're running from Jezebel? Like you don't know. He says, what are you doing here, Elisha? He replied, I have been very zealous for the Lord God Almighty. The Israelites have rejected your covenant, tore down your altar, and put your prophets to unaliving by the sword. I am the only one left, and they are trying to unalive me. He's doing what? Now he's doing the same thing to God that Ahab was over there doing with Jezebel, right? Now he's over here. God said, what are you doing here? What are you doing here, Elisha? Ain't no way in the world you should be over here, tucked off in no cave. Come on up out of there. He says, what's the problem? He says, I've been zealous for you. Understand me? I've been zealous for you. I've been devoted to you. I've been doing everything that you told me to do. I've been moving however you told me to move. I went into the enemy's territory and I've done every single thing that I was supposed to do when I got down there. I made sure that I turned the heart of the folks. I made sure that I went down there for my brothers and my sisters. I did all of that. And because I have done what I was led to do, things that I was instructed to do, understand me, because I have done that, I want you to know that now these folks is after me. These folks is after me, and they're seeking to do what? To unalive me. They're seeking to destroy me. They're seeking to dismantle me. They're seeking to get me all the way up out of there. And it's crazy that Elisha is over here saying such a thing to the only person that has the power of life and unlife. The power to let you live or not. You see how when you get distracted with life, how you don't think straight? Come here. You see what happens? Me say yes. You see what happens when you get distracted with life, how you don't think straight? Do you see how when you get distracted with life and the things of this world, do you see how when you get distracted with it, you don't think straight? You don't think straight because Elisha is not thinking straight. You're talking to the one that has the only one that has the ability to give life and to take life. You're talking to the only one that has the ability to give life and take life, and you're telling him that they are seeking to take your life. Understand me, they are seeking to do something that they don't even have the power or the authority to do. They can't take your life, Elisha, even if they wanted to. They can't lay a hand on you even if they wanted to. They cannot touch a strand of hair on your head, Elisha, even if they wanted to. Understand that, and we know that, right? We know that. Ain't nobody in here gonna act like like they don't know that. Everybody know that, right? Double tapping on the screen. Let's get some love. They know that, but somebody said, give me confirmation, coach. Give me confirmation, coach. Somebody just asked me for confirmation. Can somebody just say, hey, give us confirmation. Put some word on it. Just somebody asked me because I want to do it. I want to do it real bad. Yeah. See, Miss Jackson, you got my type of carrying on. You got me, you want to know, okay, hold on. Here's your confirmation. Hey, put some word on it, Kira. She said, wait a minute, put some word on it. If we go to the book of Job, did he not send that? If we go to the book of Job, is it not there? Hey, Nappy's Keeper, if we go to the book of Job, is it not there? Natalie, is it not there? Amanda, if we go to the book of Job, is it not there? Clear as day. When the adversary went up before God and he wanted to have access to that man Job, he says, hey, look, have you considered Job? He says, well, it's a hedge of protection around him. So in other words, those that are called by you, those that are in alignment by you, understand me, those that are worshiping and that are devoted and that have a zeal for you, you already got them protected. You already got a hedge of protection all around them. There's no way that I can get in to do anything to that person, even if I wanted to. If I wanted to hurt them, I couldn't. If I wanted to lay a hand, I can't. Understand me, because of the hedge of protection that you already... Come here! Yes! Because of the hedge of protection that you already have around your folk. Understand me, I can't get to your folk even if I want to. The only way that I can bother your folk is if you draw back your hand. You have to pull your hand back and allow me access to your folk. I can't just do what I want to do to your folk. I can't just touch your folk when I want to touch your folk. And we know that because Kira told me to put some word on it. And number one, we know you can't have access to him because Job had a hedge of protection around him, and he had to get permission from who? He had to get permission from God. He had to say, can you pull your hand back? If you pull your hand back up off of him, then I'll see what I can do with him. And we also know that you can't lay a finger on him because in that same book, he says, do whatever you want to do to all of the stuff that's all around him. But on the servant, come here, himself, don't touch him. He said, not in the scripture. Is that not in the book? Is that not? Yeah, hold on. Is that not in the scripture? That's in the book. That's in the book. Yeah, that's in the book. That's in the book. I'm sure that it's there. He says, you can touch everything that is around him. Everything that is around him. His children, his wife, all of his horses, his cattle, his ox, everything that's around him. He says you can touch it. But on the servant himself, you cannot lay a finger. The word said you can't lay a finger. So why are you walking around acting like you don't know who your God is? Same God, same God, same God. How in the world are you walking around sad, mad, and depressed? Same God, same God. How are you over here speaking depression and anxiety and panic attacks and stress attacks and mental institutions over your life? Same God, same God, same God. He's the same God. Understand me, same God. I need for you to understand this. He says, on the servant himself, don't lay a finger. That's in the scripture. So I know, Elisha, you ain't over here hiding in no cave when he can't even touch you, can't even get to you. He don't even have the power to do what she talking about she gonna do to you. Understand me? You have to have permission from God to be able to even touch me. You have to have permission. You have to have the okay of the Almighty to even get close to me. There's a hedge of protection that's all around me. Understand me? You can't even get to me. Not only that, he didn't stop there. He did not stop there. He did not stop there. So then when he came back to him again, he says, hey, if you draw your hand up off of him and allow me to flick his body in order for you to touch me in any, you have to have permission. And the only way that God is going to give permission is if it's a part of the plan to take you to a new level. The only way that he's going to give the adversary any type of permission or draw back his hand in any type of way, shape, or form is if he's about to elevate you, if he's about to take you to your next level. That's the only time. Somebody said, give me word. Somebody said, give me word. Somebody said, give me word. I want to give more word on that. I want to give confirmation on that. I want to give word. I want to give confirmation on that real quick. The only way that God is going to allow that to happen is if he's going to elevate you, if he's going to take you to your next level. Well, how do you know that? Because it says, I'll never test you beyond your strengths. I'll never test you beyond your strength. Understand me. I'll never test you beyond your strength. I'll never give you a test. Understand me, that's beyond something that you can't. If you can't pass it, that won't be for you. Every single test, every doggone quiz, every pop quiz, every final exam, everything, every time you are tested, it will not be beyond your intellect. If you in first grade, it's going to be on first grade level. If it's in second grade, it's going to be second grade level. If it's going to be third grade, it's going to be third grade level. I'm not going to know that you over there in first grade and I'm going to give you a fifth grade test. He says, I'll never test you beyond your strength. If you are facing whatever it is that you're facing right now in your life, I need for you to know that you are fully equipped for it. You're not facing something that is going to be too hard for you. You're not facing something that's going to be overpowering to you. You're not facing something that's going to consume you. You're not facing something that's going to destroy you. As long as you keep your eyes on the prize, as long as you stay locked in and focused on God, you will come out victorious. It's your day to win. Thank you, DJ. Hey, this your day to win. This your day to win. This your day to win. Understand me. This your day to win. Hey. He says, what are you doing there? What are you doing there, Elisha? Wait a minute. I'm the same God. What are you doing there, Elisha? I'm the same God. Don't act like you don't know who I am. Don't act like you don't know what it is that I do. I squabble about mine. I lines them up about mine. I lay mountains flat about mine. I open up red seas about mine. Understand me. I send plagues over there about mine. Don't make me do my big one. You better ask about me. You better ask about what happened you better ask about what happened the last time somebody tried to play with mine. Understand me. You better ask about it. I am not one of those, baby. I don't play with folk and I don't let folk play with me. Hello. I want you to know it. I'm talking about real life. I take it there with you about mine. Come on. So what you doing? What you doing here, Elisha? If you had sailed all this time, you've been locked in with me all this time. If you've been committed to me all this time, you think I'm going to put you in a place, understand me, that I'm not going to take care of you? You think I'm going to put you in a place where I'm not going to provide for you? You think I'm going to take you and put you in a place where I'm not going to show up and show out about you? Oh, no, not so. Because even when you was over there and you wasn't at your best self, Hey, Natalie, hold on. Tia, sit down for a second. Hey, sit down. Listen. Even when you was over there and you wasn't your best self, by the bush. When you was over there and you wasn't your best self, by the bush. When you was hiding by that, by the bush. When you was over there and you wasn't your best self, by the bush. You know how you had to remind folk. Thank you, DJ. Then you had to remind folk by the bush. When you was over there talking that negative talk. You remember when you was over there speaking that negative, over there talking about how tired you was, how drained you was, and how you didn't have enough. You remember when you was over there? You remember when you was over there? Guess what I did? I showed you. Come here, Kira. I did what? I did what for you? When you was over there talking about, I had enough. Come here, Rashad. When you was over there by that bush and you said you was ready to throw in the towel, I showed you what? There she go. She know, mercy. I showed you mercy. I showed you mercy. I showed you also, what else did I show you? If you was in boot camp, what else? I showed you mercy. And what else did I show you? What else did I show you? Well, I showed you mercy. I did not give you the punishment that you deserved for that tongue that you had, for the way that you were speaking. But it's another thing that Coach taught y'all this Monday. What was the other thing? No. It's not grace. I told you it's components. It's the components of mercy. I gave you two of them. Yes, I was just in what I done. I was just that. Yeah, there you go. Faithful. That's what it was. I showed you faithfulness. I showed you faithfulness. That's the one that I was looking for right there. He says I was merciful. Them two right there. I showed you mercy. Even though you were saying what you were saying, I did not give you the punishment that you deserved. Understand me? Because when you went and talking that negative talk, I could have just went ahead and took your life right then and there. The moment that you said, take your life because you had enough, I showed you mercy. I act like I didn't hear what it was that you said. I blocked that negativity right on up out my ear. I showed you mercy. I gave you grace that you did not even deserve in that moment because of the way that you was carrying on, right? Understand me? And what I done, I showed up as the faithful one. I showed up. Why? Because it's in my character. Because what? It's in my character. It's in my character character to be faithful. So even though you was behaving how you was behaving and having that pity party and saying what you was, yo, hey, y'all gonna make my wig, my quick weave come off. Hold on, y'all gonna ruin my quick weave. I gotta make this last for a week. Hold on, Ashley. I'm trying to learn them something. Oh, y'all gonna send my quick weave off. Hold up. Hey, come here. I was faithful. I showed up and I was faithful to you in spite of you. In spite of what it was that you were saying, I still showed up. And guess what I did? Come here. I was just with it. I showed up. I was faithful. Right on time for you. When you was over there sleeping, when you was over there slumbering, over there by the bush, guess what I did? I sent an angel. If I was you, I would tear it up right now. That's the part, Candace. Understand? That's the part right there. He says, what I done? I dispatched angels. What did I tell y'all at the beginning of this week? Understand me. The moment that you let it go, and you say, hey, look, I can't do it. Understand me. It's beyond me. It's above me. I can't handle this. This right here. This ain't my portion. I didn't got to my human part. My body is weak, but my spirit is still willing. My body is weak, but my spirit is still willing. Me personally, I can't take no more. Me personally, I can't move no further than this. But what will happen in that moment? What happens in that moment? What did I tell y'all happens in that moment? And I told y'all this on Tuesday. I say, let go. And the moment that you let go, he will dispatch angels. Did I not tell you that? It's in the book. It's in the book. He says, I'll dispatch them. You were sleeping. Huh? You were sleeping. I said the angels. Hey, the book says the angel is the one that woke him up. I sent the angel with the food. I sent the angel with the water. Understand, the moment that you let go, the moment that you release it, the moment that you acknowledge the fact that you have come to the end of your human strength, that there's nothing else that I can do with this. I can't do nothing but surrender it to God. I cannot do anything else with this. I got to let this thing right here, I got to let this go. Let go and let God. And in that moment, it's a march, get set, and go. The angels are on the way. You slumbered. You were sleeping. And I sent them right on over there to make sure you had food, not once, but twice. He said, I fed you. Not only did I feed you. Hey, Rashad, hold on. Boy, I can't wait till I get to Chicago. Chicago, we gonna have us a time, baby. We gonna have us a time in Chicago. I'm ready for it already. Listen to what I'm about to. Hold on. Rashad, listen to this part. This is I dispatched the angels. And remember when we talking about all week, we talking about restoration. So y'all know that I'm not gonna miss the opportunity to pull out the part of the restoration. Y'all think I'm gonna miss the restoration, and that's what I'm teaching? No. Back it up a little bit. Back it up a little bit. Understand me. He says, not only did I send the angels, dispatch the angels to come and prepare bread for you. I like how, Crystal, he was so detailed with the bread. I can go lie to you. I like how he didn't even give them cold bread. Hello. He didn't even give them cold bread. He made sure that the bread was fresh up off. The Bible put the description in there and said hot coal. This was fresh baked bread. I ain't gonna give you no bread that been sitting out there. I ain't gonna give you no bread that messed around and got hard. I ain't gonna give you no bread that's been over there molded and whatnot. It said the bread was, come here. Yes. Yo, I don't know why they let me read scripture. I don't know why they let somebody like me read the scripture. Yeah, throw all the shoes down. Throw the shoes. This is shoe throwing time. And if my quick weave get the front, y'all throw your wigs too. We gonna be out here together. We gonna be out here, no wigs, nothing but slave braids together. Let's go. Hey, you have to catch that. He said the bread was hot, straight off the coal. I'm just saying that he's real particular. Hold on. I love it when you're real particular. You ever had somebody love you so much they particular about what they give to you? Yeah, I want to make sure they got the best. Understand? I want to see if you show up in my life, I need you to show up in my life, and I need you to be particular about me. Don't come over here with the basic. I need you to be particular about me. I want you to feed me nothing but the best. Understand? I want you to feed me nothing but the best, nothing but what is fresh. Nothing but the best, nothing but this. She says, Coach, hey, I'm trying to be good. I really and truly am. But since I'm not running a race, I might as well do Fiery Friday, right? So listen. So it's fresh, hot bread is what he gave him, right? He was very particular about how he was going to give him what he gave him. Understand me? So I say that to say that God is always willing to give you his best. So anything that's not the best, you got to stop settling for it. You have to stop accepting that. If that's not the best, then leave it right there where it's at. If it's not the best, leave it right there where it's at. Thank you so much, Miss Johnson. If it's not the best, leave it right there where it's at. Period. Tag me in it. Hello. Yeah, I don't want it. I'm not settling for nothing but God's best, baby. Understand me. That's it. So he says the hot bread. He says, I sent the angel. I dispatched him. Yeah, that's what I do about mine. Yeah, I'm faithful. I'm just. I'm merciful. I'm faithful. I'm just. I'm merciful. I'm faithful. I'm just. I'm merciful. Those are my characteristics. What's the character of God? I am faithful. I'm just. I'm merciful. Those three things, we learned that in boot camp. If you're not signed up for boot camp, that's your problem. Right there, you need to be in boot camp. You're trying to figure out why we hooping and hollering and so excited. It's because when you start being in boot camp and you hear all of this information through the teaching, and then you come over here and find it inside of scripture where he displayed this type of character, it excites your shanana. Your shanana cannot sit comfortably. Your shanana be acting like I shanana, and you'll be spinning in your work chair too. You'll be over there on the line at your job running up and down too. You'll be on your way, church finger to the bathroom too. You'll be over there parked on the side of the road in the whole praise and worship too. You have to be in boot camp. He says, I'm faithful. I'm just. And I'm merciful. I dispatched them angels. And what they did, they restored your strength. Huh? Do not miss the restoration that happened with Elisha in this moment. Yes, the bread that I provided, the water that I provided for you, that did what? That restored your strength. You cannot miss the restoration that happened to Elisha out there. I'm teaching restoration. So I have to pull restoration out of each and every one of these scriptures, right? So I have to show you whether he says he fed them twice. Understand me? I had to make sure. And then the Bible says that he grew strength. He was strengthened. Understand me, through the food that he ate, through the bread and through the water, through what he consumed. So I renewed your strength. Somebody that could not even sit up and eat, that woke up one time and ate and fell right back to sleep because you were so drained and you were so tired that an angel had to wake you up a second time so you could get up and you can eat and you can drink. I renewed your strength. I restored your strength. I replenished your strength in the time where you couldn't even sit up all the way, in the time where you couldn't stand up all the way, in the time where you could chew over there with your eyes closed because you were so tired and so worn out. I renewed your strength. I restored it, and you ran for 40 more days. For 40 days and 40 nights. Yeah, something about that. Just hold on. Something about that just him. Yeah, okay. Hey, that right there do something to you. Hold on, Amanda. Don't do too much because right now that's enough. That's enough. That's enough to do it for you right there. That'll do it for me. That'll do it for me. You couldn't even sit up on your own. You couldn't even eat and drink on your own. You couldn't even chew none of that. You just sitting over there with you chewing with your eyes closed. I done had them moments in my life where I done had to work to the point where I had to make sure I had a roof over my head and my son had food to eat, that I was working 16, 17-hour shifts. Understand me, sitting at a desk and I could barely even keep my eyes open. let alone get out there on the floor and drive a forklift and driving a forklift falling asleep on the forklift because you're so tired. Understand me, standing up, holding a clipboard, trying to watch over a whole entire warehouse, and you just leaning up against a post and you falling asleep. Understand me, and cannot go to sleep because if they catch you asleep, then you're good as fired. I know what it's like to be dog tired. I know what it's like to be wore out. I know what it's like to have to get off of work and you to work 16, 17 hours and you can't even drive home because you're so tired that you have to sit out there in your car for the next 4 hours, lay your chair all the way back, and you got to sleep in your car to be able to gain enough strength to be able to make it home. Because if you pull out of the parking lot right there where you are, there's guaranteed that you're going to fall asleep at the wheel. And there's times in your life where you had no other choice but to try it and get out there because I got to get home. And you get to the red light. Come here. Where you at, y'all? Get to the red light and fall asleep at the red light. Understand me, the light was red way too long. You couldn't even keep your eyes open. All the cars behind you blowing the horn. Everybody over there thinking something wrong with you. You just sleep. I know what it's like to struggle. I know what it's like to go without. I know that feeling of being wore out. You sleep right there and they blowing their horn. Understand me. And you sitting up there and you say, you know what? You looked over it. You looked over it in that moment, right? But let me learn you something real quick. That he was even there and same God. Same God. Because why didn't your foot come up off that brake? Why wasn't you in the middle of the road? Why didn't nobody pull out and hit you? Understand me, I had angels that was dispatched all around you. Same God, even in that moment that held the weight. I put the weight on that pedal. Understand me, I held your foot in position. I kept the weight on the pedal to make sure that you ain't roll out into the street. I kept my foot on the pedal that even though you were falling asleep, it was times I had to grab the wheel. How do you think that you made it all the way home the way that you did? How do you think that you parked it the way that you parked it? How do you think you got there and you was unscathed that way? That was me. Same God. It's like, don't make me flex. Don't make me flex. Don't make me tell you about what I really been doing for you. People can't stand for you to say what it is that you done did for them. Don't make me run it down. Don't make me run it down. I start telling you how I really been protecting you. I start telling you how I really been making a way for you. I start telling you how I really been opening doors for you. I start telling you how I really been the one. That's the reason why I start telling you. And you know you don't. Yeah. You know how folks is. If you got to do it for me and then talk about it, then don't do it. He said, hey, don't make me tell you about it. Hey, now, don't make what you're doing here, Elisha. I restored your strength. In the time when you was ready to give up, I restored your strength. I replenished you. I made sure, understand me, I made sure that you got back every single thing that the adversary took from you. Everything that the big locusts and the small locusts, everything that they ate away from you. I made sure that I gave it back to you tenfold. I didn't give you what you lost. I gave you more. Understand me, I didn't give you what you lost. I gave you more. I restored your strength. I replenished you. I got you up out by that bush and I gave you 40 days you to travel and you done got over here and now you're going to lay up in the cave. He says, what are you doing here? Get up. Hey, come on, same God. I'm faithful. I'm merciful. I'm just. He replied, I've been zealous for the Lord God Almighty. The Israelites have rejected your covenant, tore down your altar, and put your prophets to unalive, and I am the only one left. And now they are trying to unalive me. The Lord says, go out and stand on the mountain in the presence of the Lord, for the Lord is with you. But because in the presence of the Lord, for the Lord is about to pass by. But I got to touch it because it's Friday. Give me a minute. I got to touch it because it's Friday. He says, go out and stand on the mountain. Hey, go out and stand on a mountain in the presence of the Lord. So if you got your word, I'll put the highlight right there. Look, he says, go out, start right there at the go out and stand on the mountain in the presence of the Lord. Put the highlight all right there. Look at her. She already spinning in her chair. Look at Tia Denise. Tia Denise is already running. Hold on. Hey, this ain't the time to tuck your tail and hide. Low key, thank you so much. Let's get 4 more badges on the gram. Double tapping on the screen. We at 159. Let's get to 200. Right now we at 1,103. We need to get 900 more to get our 2K. Yeah. Pause for a second. What you say, coach? Hey, come here. Sit down. Stop acting up. Hey, the bishop would say, hey, children. Hey. Hey, he would be up in the pulpit. Bishop Durham used to look at us, and we'd be in there tearing the church up. He'd be trying to preach, and he'd be trying to preach, and he'll look at children. Because he's calling you children of God, children of the Most High God. He's trying to gain some order, and it's like the Spirit be everywhere, and he just yell, chill. Hey, and then next thing you know, you look at him on the pulpit, he up there cutting the rug so serious, 1 foot in the air, and he bucking. I'm trying to tell you, but you listen. I'm trying to tell y'all something. Hey, man, I grew up Pentecostal though. Listen, hey, let me explain something to you. Like, go out into the presence of the Lord. This is not going to be the time. In 2026, if you're trying to experience real life restoration inside of your life, this is not going to be the time for you to be hiding inside of a cave. This is not going to be the time when you're going to have to tuck your tail. This ain't going to be the time right now. Hear me when I say this. She said, I'm climbing the benches. Hold on a minute. Listen, I want to try to tell you something. This is not going to be the time for you to be whispering and tiptoeing around people. This ain't going to be the time right now for you to be playing nice to get along. This is not going to be the time where you're going to be over there trying to be happy, joy. This is going to call for the real. You got to get out there and you have to let it be known. Oh, I'm standing all 10. Same God. Yo. This ain't that. He says, hey, go stand out there. Understand me. So immediately, my mind, when he said, go stand on that mountain, I went straight back to Jehoshaphat. He told Jehoshaphat what? He says, hey, the enemy is going to come, and they're going to be coming, and they're going to come up the sides of the mountain. He says, y'all go stand at the top of the mountain. Go stand at the top of the mountain. And that way, when you're standing at the top of the mountain, if they coming up from all sides of the mountain, then you're going to be what? In the presence of the enemy. He says, well, go stand on the mountain. Hey, in this season, you got to be willing to square up. Yeah, it's that type of season, baby. This is the season where you're going to have to be willing to square up. This is going to be the season where you have to be 10 toes planted. This is the steadfast season. This is the season. Understand me. It's steadfast over here. It's unshakable over here. I'm so locked in, so anchored, so entangled. Understand me. So tied up over here. Understand me. Listen, I'm going to squabble with you about it, baby. I will line you up about it. Understand me? He's like, hey, look, I don't need you tucking your tail. I don't need you hiding. I need you to let them know exactly what it is. I know what they're doing. I know what they're talking about. Understand me? But greater is he that is within you than he that is within this world. So what? Understand me? So what? They outnumbered you. So what? You up here on the mountain hiding inside of a cave because of that. You was down there in front of all 850 of them, and none of them touched you. You was down there already. You pointed out over there. And you pointed that out over in chapter 18, that it was all of them and just one of you. And you had no fear inside of your heart. You pointed it out. You let them know, oh, is it all of y'all? And it's just one of me. You knew that I'm the same God that was down there. I'm the same one here. Hey, you don't remember when you said that? Hey, you didn't let that fear get inside of your mind that is robbing you of your thinking straight. You're not thinking straight. You stood down there and it was 850 of them false prophets. Oh, and you also stood 10 toes to the ground to King Ahab. You put it out there on the floor in front of everybody, and nobody did you nothing. Nobody touched a hair on your head. Nobody touched you, period. You was down there and you was calling all of, right? You was lining it all up. What? You had them all out there, put together. They was doing exactly what you told them to do. Understand that. How you forgot that? Huh? How you forgot that? How you let that? Now you got up on the mountain and you crying about being alone when you already seen the type of work that you can get in on your own. You was dying there by yourself and ain't nothing happened to you. What makes you think something gonna happen to you now? I'm the same God. You was down there by yourself and nothing happened to you. What makes you think that it's going to be any different now. In 2026, your growth, your development, your restoration, less is more. Understand that. Because when I'm with you, it's more than this whole entire world being against you. Less is more. I can get you how I need to get you. I can move you how I need to move you. And I don't even have to worry about no emotional attachments. I don't have to worry about having to consider nobody else. I don't have to worry about nobody's being upset, being mad, being sad, being feeling the way. No. I can get you to move how I need you to move when you're solo dolo. But you worried about being by yourself. Truth be told, you ain't never been by yourself. Huh? That's the word for somebody right there. That's a word for somebody right there. That I'm by myself, I'm by myself. It's like, truth be told, if I really want to flex the way I should flex on you right now, you ain't never been by yourself. I done been there the whole entire time. You ain't never been by yourself. I done been making a way the whole entire time. You ain't never been by yourself. I've been carrying you majority of the time. Understand me, you ain't never really been by yourself. The truth be told, you don't even know what by yourself really and truly is. Understand me. Yeah, you ain't been by yourself. And you know that because the angel was there feeding you. Told him to go stand on the mountain the same way he told Jehoshaphat. Take him to the mountain, look out. You got to be ready to stand in the presence of your enemies. You have to be ready to stand eyeball to eyeball with every single negative individual that have ever spoke negatively over your life. You have to be willing to look them directly in the face. Understand me. You have to be willing to let folk know, ain't backing down, baby. Understand me. Ain't backing down. Not at all. Head up. That's right. Chest all the way out. Got a little bow in it, as a matter of fact. Yeah. I'm trying to tell you, it's going down. It is going down. And it won't be because I don't do no vindicating. But the one that covers me, the one that protects me, the one that shields me, got every single thing that I need. And he's never left me, never forsaken me, never abandoned me at all. He said, I'm the same God. The Lord said, go and stand on a mountain in the presence of the Lord, for the Lord is about to pass by. Then a great powerful wind tore the mountain apart and shattered the rocks before the Lord. And the Lord was not in the wind. After the wind was there, an earthquake, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. Can you imagine what that was like? He says, go on a mountain. And you go out there on the mountain. And then all of a sudden, a strong wind comes. And the wind is so strong, it said it tore through the mountain. And after it tore through the mountain, here comes an earthquake, back to back. And you're still standing out there. But no harm come to you. How can you be standing out there on the mountain in the presence of the Lord, and the wind come and shatters the mountain, tear through the mountain, and the earthquake come, and it still don't do you no harm? Understand me. And it still don't do you no harm. How in the world? And what you told me to go out to the mountain to stand in the presence of the Lord. I go out there, and then all of a sudden a strong wind come, tear through the mountain, right? Tear through the mountain. And then an earthquake come, and I ain't got protection. He's showing his protection. Showing his protection. He's showing his power. He's showing that I'm in control of all of these things. And if I don't want nothing to happen to you, won't nothing happen to you. If I don't want nothing to touch you, won't nothing touch you. Understand that the wind can blow and it can rip through the mountain and it can crumble. It said it tore into pieces and not one stone touched you. Understand me. I let the earthquake come. You standing out on a mountain in my presence in the middle of an earthquake and you ain't get swept away. Ain't nothing happened to you. He says, that's my power. Understand me. That's my power. That right there, that's my protection. I'm letting you know that if I don't want nothing to happen to you, it doesn't matter what none of these mere mortals is talking about. If I don't want nothing to happen to you, then ain't nothing happening to you. That right there, that's not your portion. They can dig a ditch, they can plot and they can plan, they can go outside of their way, they can speak as negatively as their tongue can allow, they can talk matter of fact until their tongue seals to the top of their roof of their mouth, and it'll still have no effect on what it is that I'm doing inside of your life. I need you to understand that my protection, these mere mortals cannot penetrate. They cannot do nothing to you. They do not have the power that you think that they have. I'm the same God. Tore up the mountain, and the earthquake. But he said the Lord was not in the mountain crumbling or the earthquake. After the earthquake came a fire. But the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire, a gentle whisper. It says, after the earthquake came a fire. But the Lord was not in the fire. And after the fire came a gentle whisper. Still ain't said nothing about Elisha being hurt. But I'm going to keep going. And it says, when Elisha heard it, he pulled back his cloak over his face. Then a voice said to him, what are you doing here, Elisha? Verse 13. When Elisha heard it, a gentle whisper, he pulled his cloak over his face and went out and stood at the mouth of the cave. That's the opening of the cave. Then a voice said to him, what are you doing here, Elisha? Again, I'm the same God. What are you doing here? The first thing that came to my mind was Adam and Eve trying to cover themselves. Covering themselves when they knew that they was wrong. The first thing that came to my mind when he said he covered his face with his cloak is the same thing. I imagine Adam and Eve right immediately in that moment, how they try to cover themselves right in that moment. He says, what are you doing here? That's the same thing. He asked them, he says, how do y'all know that? How y'all know y'all ain't got no clothes on? What's going on here? Understand me. Like he asked Elijah the same thing. Yo, what's up? And 2026, he's asking Elisha, he's like, hey, look, what's up? Why are you in the cave? I'm trying to understand that. Why are you in the cave? Why are you ducking in the cave? Why are you over? Wait, I need to understand what you got going on. Why are you in the cave? Why are you not out where I told you to be at? Why are you? I need to know this. I'm trying to wrap my mind around why are you in the cave? Why are you here, Elisha? He said, what are you doing? What are you doing here? Then he replied, I have been very zealous for the Lord God Almighty. The Israelites have rejected your covenant. He's repeating it. Tore down your altar and put your prophets to unalive by the sword. I am the only one left, and now they are trying to unalive me. The Lord said to him, go back the way you came. And go into the desert of Damascus. And when you get there, anoint Hazael king over Aram. Now, I know y'all thinking like, wait a minute, what? Go back? What? He said, go back to where you came from. Go back. You want me to go? You know Jezebel looking for me, right? You know Jezebel looking for me, right? He says, go back where you came from. Go back where you came from. Now, wait a minute. You know Jezebel is out there and Jezebel is looking to unalive me. You did hear me say that I've been zealous, very zealous for the Lord God. I said that right. And I also told you what happened with the Israelite children and what I had to go down there and do. And you said, now what now? Yeah, but what had happened again? He's like, go back the way, go back the way that you came. And when you get down there, I want you to anoint a king. I feel like somebody's eyebrows is up like, what happened here? God don't care nothing about that emotional mess. He want to know, are you willing to do the job or not? He want to know, are you willing to do the job or not? Are you willing to separate yourself from them feelings? This is why I've been teaching these past couple of months about self-parenting, about getting out of your emotions, controlling your emotions, and knowing when to pull back from certain things. Do you notice what happened in this moment? This man is speaking out of fear. Understand me. He's speaking out of fear, and God is speaking assignment. He's speaking fear, and God is speaking assignment. Your assignment is going to require you to release that fear. Understand me. Your assignment is going to require that you release that fear. Elisha, is speaking out of fear. Understand me. He's speaking out of, them people trying to unalive me, and they are trying to come up at me, and it's more of them than it is of me. And if I go back over there, then they gonna do me something dirty. Understand me. I ain't gonna be here, and I need for you to know. Wait a minute. And you over here talking about go down there and anoint King Hazael. You worried about Hazael, and I'm over here telling you that Jezebel is over here seeking me. I'm over here telling you that I'm outnumbered, and you over here talking about go over there and anoint somebody. Something about this ain't right. So I don't care nothing about none of that. Separate yourself from that. Them folk can't do nothing to you that I don't allow. I don't care how many of them it is. That's the same way he told Jesse. That's the same thing he told Samuel. He says, hey, go to Jesse's house and go get my new king. And Samuel over there like, wait a minute. Why would you send me over there? Well, you know me and Saul, we friends. You know we locked in. We are besties. We've been hanging together and whatnot. Why would you send me? Why would I be the one to go to Jesse's house to find the new king? That's going to look like I'm fake to my friend. My friend is going to feel a certain type of way about me. You already know the character of my friend. He might get to throwing spears over there at me because he think that I'm acting funny. He might get to treating me crazy because he think that it was me. He says, I don't care nothing about what your friend over there, I don't care nothing about what your friend gonna think about you. I said, go over there to Jesse's house and anoint my new king. Go down there and do what I told you to do. Your personal, emotional attachments that you got to these mere mortals ain't got nothing to do with me. The fear that you got lined up with these mere mortals ain't got nothing to do with me. Your thoughts and your concerns about these mere mortals ain't got nothing to do with me. The assignment is the assignment, and that's the season that we're in. The assignment is simply the assignment. That's it. That's all. You got to step all the way up out your feelings in order. Yes, because your assignment will have you walking away from a lot of folk that you wanted to finish this thing with. He says, hey, look, I ain't got nothing to do with your emotional attachments. The assignment is the assignment. Go get my new king. Huh? Samuel had to go to Jesse's house. Hey, it's tight, but it's right to go get that new king. The same way he's telling Elisha, I don't care nothing about what's going on with Jezebel and you being outnumbered. Go back the way that you came from and go anoint Hazael the way that I told you to. In my chat real quick, just put, God got a plan. Just put, God got a plan. Double tapping on my screen. Let's go. Double tapping on my screen. Let's go. We got 1,123 badges on the ground real quick. Can we get 5 badges on the ground? We already done beat our goal over here on TikTok. Y'all at 206.4. God got a plan. He got a plan, right? He says he's going to name him king over Aram. And then he goes on and says, also anoint Jade, the son of Nemesha, the king over Israel, and anoint Elisha, son of Shaphat, and Abel Molin to succeed as you prophet. To succeed as you prophet. So he over here, I'm trying to say this without cracking up, but he, listen, y'all, God is over here and got a whole assignment, literally, he got a whole list of folk that Elisha now got to go over. This is crazy work. A whole list of folk that Elisha got to go over there and anoint to take over different places, right? He got a whole list, not one, not two, not three. He got all of these folks that he ain't said nothing to Elijah. Yo, this man is scared, God. Is you gonna help him out? You know what I'm saying? He like, the assignment is gonna be the assignment, baby. This is an uncomfortable come up. The assignment is going to be the assignment. This is an uncomfortable come up. And one thing that I can say about this, I like how, and some of y'all might get it and some of y'all might not. I like how God know how to stay focused. And that's one of the things that I always tell my chosen family. Stay focused, stay locked in. Make sure that eye is open. Stay focused, stay locked in. Make sure that eye is open whenever he is handling business. He's not even concerned with the nonsense. A lot of that just be nonsense. A lot of that's just gossip. It's just drama. It's just chaos. It's just chatter. I like how God handle focus. Only thing that's mattering to him is the assignment. He's not even indulging or exchanging dialogue with him about any of the foolishness. He's locked all the way in. Now, I hear what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. But again, I know what I've shown you along this journey. I know what you've experienced along this journey. And these things right there, that should be lessons enough to make sure that you fully understand the God that I am. I have shown you my power. I have shown you how I will provide. I have shown you how I will vindicate. I have shown you how I will show up in your life. I have shown you how I will do exceedingly and abundantly more than you can ask or even think. I've shown myself to be a provider. I've shown myself to be a protector. I've shown myself to be a way maker in your life. Therefore, I'm not going to have another conversation with you about things that I've already shown you. Quinn, thank you so much for the CA this morning. Oh yeah, come on. Same God. Same God. I'm not about to have another conversation with you about something that I've already proven to you. Yes, you said you had a very good zeal with me all this time. Then you already know the type of God that I am. I'm not going to waste my time on no nonsense. Understand me when I've already shown you exactly who and what I am. I've shown you what it is that I'm capable of. I've shown you how I will protect you, how I will shield your whole entire life. I'm not about to go back and forth with you about something that I've already shown you, and you need to start looking at folk in your life and letting them know that too. Understand me? Stop coming to me about something that I've already showed you that ain't me. Don't treat me like no liar if I don't be lying to you. Don't treat me like no manipulator and talk to me crazy if I ain't never did that to you. Don't show up in my life and act like I'm not consistent when I ain't showed you nothing but consistency since I met you. Understand me? Don't come over here and act like I'm unfaithful when I ain't showed you nothing but faithfulness. I need for you to know that, because I'm not entertaining that right there. I'm not putting up with that right there. I'm so focused in what it is I got going on. I leave what? Over there? Come on. You better be careful what? Yeah. Oh, I got song Tourette's. Yeah, come on. Yeah. He ain't paying them no type of attention. No type of attention at yes, I've already shown you. And one thing that I picked up in that whole, wait a minute, LaShonda, I ain't finished. One thing that I picked up in that thing is this right here, right? You know, it's funny to me, us as human beings, and even with Elijah being who he was and having the special relationship that he had with God, one of the things that I saw in that ever so clearly was the fact that, you know, he could remember the character and was afraid of the character of Jezebel so much that he actually went on a run and was hiding off in a cave and all up in the mountains and over there by the bush and all of that. He done all of that because he knew the character and the reputation of Jezebel, and he allowed that right there to overpower what he knew about God. And how many times do we do that? Yeah, I know that's gonna hurt somebody's feelings. How many times are we gonna be honest and say, that was me right there? We see things of this world, and when we see the things of this world, we let that take over every single thought, that we forget every thought that we have about God and how good God is in our life and how he's been making ways in our life. Understand me? Yes, and I saw that in this situation. It's like Elisha forgot who God was because he was remembering about Jezebel. He was so focused on Jezebel and what Jezebel will do and how Jezebel moved that he forgot the power of God. How yet do we not do that? Come on, only one. I appreciate you. Let's get 4 more badges over there. Let's be real about it. Ain't that something? You be so fixated on the problem that you forget the whole promise of God. Oh, that's tight. That's real thick right there. That's real thick right there. You be so caught up in you be so fixated, so caught up in that problem that you forget the promise of God. And this is a great example of that. Elisha is a man that has had a zeal with God for a very long time, that went and did crazy work. And because of fear, he forgot the promise. He forgot that was the same God. We got to stop forgetting to remember. We have to stop forgetting to remember. Stop forgetting to remember. That's something. He gave him a list of work to go and do. Yet, remember I told you to put in the chat that God has a plan. One thing about the God that we serve is he's always going to go before us. And when he goes before us, it's because he's making the path ahead of us straight. When he goes before us, he's making sure that he's clearing out the way to make sure that if there's any ditches, they already been filled in. That there was any booby traps, he's already untrapped it and moved it out of the way. That if it was any stumbling blocks, that the stumbling blocks have already been overturned. If there was any nets, the nets already been pulled up. They won't grab you. He goes before you to create a way, a clear path, to make sure that you can get the job done. This is what he does in your life. He always has a plan. He's always making a way. Understand me, he's always making sure that you're good, even in times when you think that he's not. He's like, I'm already so many steps ahead of you. I already know what you need way before you need it. I've already provided for you way before you even knew that that was something that you needed provided. The tools is already in the box. Understand me, the oil is already in the tank. Understand me, it's already gassed up and ready to go. All you have to do is push button, start, and take off. He's like, I already set it all the way up for you. All you got to do is take off. verse 18, he says, yet I reserve 7,000 in Israel, and all whose knees have not bowed to Baal, and whose mouth has not kissed him. He says, 18, yet I have reserved 7,000 in Israel, all whose knees have not bowed down to Baal, and whose mouths have not kissed him. And I'm going to leave you right there to say, you don't know what God has reserved for you. I'll finish that later. You have no idea what God has reserved for you. You have no idea. She said, Elisha, you know, you're going to make me be here. I'm going to give you these 7 minutes. She said, break that down. I be trying to leave, but I don't like incomplete information. And they want to run and whatnot. And she knew to lie. They ain't never seen your name before. And she's talking about, wait a minute, break that down. Who is you? Then came over here telling me what to do. I'm going to do it though, but hold on. Who is you? Then listen. You have no idea what God has reserved for you, right? You have no idea. The problem with this is Elisha is up there thinking that he's by himself. Elisha is up there running scared because he thinks that he is by himself. He thinks that he's the only prophet that is left, right? He thinks that it's going to be all of them against him. So he's scared because he's like, oh my God, what I'm going to do is all of them and it's just me. And God is saying, hey, look, I got an assignment that I need you to fulfill. I got a job that I need you to go and do. And I need you to go handle that right there. And because I know what your fear is, because I know what you're running from, because I know what you already need, I know what's going to provide you comfort, I know what's going to make it okay with you. Now that I've given you my assignment, come here. Now that I've given you my assignment, now that I've told you what I needed you to do, now that I put that out there on the floor, let me go ahead and ease it. Oh, let me ease your trouble. Let me relax your mind a little bit. I got 7,000 reserved. That's tucked away. Down in Israel, those who have not bowed down before Baal, and they have not kissed his feet. So you was thinking that you was by yourself. And the whole time, God is like, man, listen here. You think you by yourself? I got folk that's over there on tuck. I got folk that's over there tucked away. And as soon as I give them the word, they out there. Yeah, they out there running. I got folk that's over there. They can't wait to help you on this mission. I got folk that's over there that can't wait to pour into you. I got folk that's over there that can't wait to do their big one right there with you. I got folk that's tucked away. And you thinking that right there, you thinking them? Oh, no. Them ain't even a part of the plan. The ones that was not here, they wasn't supposed to be here. The ones I got tucked away are the ones that I personally reserved. You crying about the ones that would have came out here and never really picked up the brick to help you build anything anyway. You whining and you crying and you complaining about the one that you would have had to help anyhow. You over there whining, crying, and complaining, having pity parties, falling all out and everything in between over somebody that would have never did the job the right way in the very beginning. Those were the ones that you liked. Those was the ones you developed relationship with. Those were the ones that you was over there kicking it with and got your real life loyalty with. But the ones that I reserved, it's the ones that's on assignment. I don't care nothing about that over there. That's your emotional attachment. I got some on reserve over here that's about business. They came to do work. What they came to do? They came to do work. I removed everybody up out your life that did not come to do work. I got 7,000 that's reserved, that's ready to, and if you know, they gonna buck. Understand me. If you line it up, they running phase, baby. Understand? Oh yes, I really got you like that. I got some. Hey, listen. Then you're out there and they throwing rocks and they throw up. Yeah, I got you some. Like you worried about the crybabies. You worried about the complainers. You worried about the Debbie Doubters. You worried about the excuse makers. You worried about the sometime I'll do it and the sometime I'll make it happen. You worried about the sometimey over there. And I'm telling you, I got for sure workers over here. I got 7,000 of them on reserve. Put inside of my chat real quick. Reserve. Can y'all make it in all bold letters? Can you tag me into it on the book? Just put reserve over there on the book. Tag me in it. I want what you got on reserve for me, baby. I'm about to be saying that the whole day. I want, I want whatever. Yeah, what you got on reserve for me? Well, I want what you got on reserve for me. Yeah, I do want to pull from the reserve tank real quick. Hey, Tifa, I want whatever you got on reserve, sis. Hey, I want whatever you got in that reserve tank. Can I get some of that? I want, no, I want some of the reserve one. I know that's gonna be the good one. Give me reserve me. Send me the reserve tank. Hey, I'm going straight to the reserve tank. That's it. I want something out the reserve tank quick, fast, and in a hurry. I need for you to understand it. I was like, wait, you crying over some folk that you would have had to help. You crying over some folk who over there. Understand me, wasn't gonna do that but whine, crying, complain, have issue after issue. Understand me, always a bunch of back and forth with that individual, always a problem with that individual, always this, and you would have never got done the job that needed to be done. I need you to go and handle this assignment that I'm sending you on. Go anoint these people and put them in the positions that I told them to go over there and be in. And then after that, I need for you to know that I got something on reserve for you. 7,000 of something over there that's really loyal. You talking about the zeal that you have had? They had that same exact zeal. They ain't bowed before Baal either. They ain't kissed his feet neither. I got some shown up soldiers that's over there that y'all gonna handle this business that I got out here. Understand me? And that's what God is telling each and every one of us. Y'all so caught up in what it's always been and who always this and who always that you don't even realize he got folk on reserve for you. He's like, get them void fillers out the seats. Get rid of them void fillers. Get them void fillers up at the seat so that I can get these people that I got reserved for your life, so I can get them in their respectable places. I'm trying to put people in their respectable places. I'm trying to put folk where they go over there in your life, and these void fillers, y'all got them in the way. I need you to move them up out the way so that I can get to blessing you like how you deserve to be blessed, so I can get to moving in your life the way that I need to be moving in your life. I'm trying to give you your shaking together. I'm trying to give you your running over. I'm trying to give you your endowment. I'm trying to give you your breakthrough. I'm trying to give you your abundance. I'm trying to give you your open door. I'm trying to give you your yes. I'm trying to give you your restoration. I'm trying to give you all the things that you hooping and you hollering about. I'm trying to give you everything that you've been praying for. I'm trying to open up the windows of heaven, baby. Understand me? And I'm trying to pour it all out all over your life. But you got to get rid of all those void fillers. You got to get them up out of there. Understand me, folk that add no value to your life, ain't contributing nothing to your life, ain't bringing nothing to your life. Understand me, because them be the ones that require the most out of you. You don't bring nothing to my life, but require the most out of my life. He's like, no, that's imbalanced. Yeah, I'm about to go. I started late. I'm on time. Yeah. Add the least value, but require the absolute most out of you. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. Require. Yeah. You don't even give what you require. You don't even provide what you require. You're not even a person that you want somebody to be to you. How that right there? That ain't about nothing. That ain't about nothing, baby. Listen, I'm going to tell y'all one thing right now. Chicago, y'all ain't play no games with me. Y'all told me to drop the Eventbrite Eventbrite, I dropped the Eventbrite. I went on my Eventbrite and I said, Lord, I sure hope we got the big enough building. I did the same thing in Atlanta, and when it got that small building, and then drove Crystal crazy. She trying to figure out where she gonna put folk at, how we gonna move chairs and tables and whatnot around. I don't know what's going on in the rack, but baby, I'm on my way out there Saturday, April the 25th. Just know you asked me to come, I'm coming. Everyone that texts my phone, call my phone, because y'all don't mind calling that individual. Listen, I am coming to Chicago Saturday, April the 25th. I'm in the building, baby. Understand that the Eventbrite is up right now. Yeah, I'm bringing company with me too. I got some folk that gonna be coming out there with me. If y'all got a caterer that want to come and set up, please let me know. I still need a caterer. I still got 2 more spaces ready for anybody that want to be a vendor. If you want to be a vendor, I got 2 spaces left for a vendor. I don't know about the seats though, because the seats is going. And one thing for sure, y'all know how to get in the building. Thank you so much. Is it Tavia Hicks? Appreciate that, CA. One thing about y'all know how to get in the building, and I can't wait to get out there. I'm gonna get out there and have a good time with you. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Yeah, we go talking about, and we will stand. In Atlanta, they ain't play no games. Atlanta said, can I pay to stand up? I said, well, you don't want to sit down? Well, no, if it ain't no more seats, I just pay to stand up. Jesus, okay? Talk about wanting real life restoration. Say, nah, I just got to be in the building, baby. I don't care how I got to be in the building. I just want to be in the building. I want to be in the room. When you come in there, the first time you holler restoration, that's when I'm going to lose it right then and there. I've been practicing my losing. I've been practicing my losing. I'm going to act like I ain't never had nothing. And I'm telling you, they had worship. They had worship. They had praise. We was supposed to have a little mini party after that. We had a whole worship session right after that, baby. Arms in the air, tears flowing, energy. All I'm talking about, it was so thick up in there, baby. I'm talking about that love. It was, y'all. I can't even put it in. Yeah, the videos and the pictures don't do it no justice. Yeah, I'm waiting on Mimi now to drop me another video. When I tell y'all, man, I'm still like in awe. I'm still in awe. My mind's still blown. I'm telling you, it was one, lose it. It was one of them things. And then had come Miss Stephanie up in there with that doggone tambourine. Every time she went to shaking that tambourine, I was like, God, you gotta chill. We'll never get out of here. Put the tambourine up. Every time she shook that doggone tambourine, we were ready to tear it up. Listen, I love you guys. Chris was back there in the back with the bell. We had the bell going, the tambourine going. We like, Lord, we'll never get out of here. Gina said, whoa, baby, it was a time. It was a time. And I can't wait to get to Chicago to do it all over again. Cannot wait to get out to Chicago to do it all over again. My chosen family members, if you guys are coming to Chicago, I can't wait to see y'all out there neither, because anytime we get together, it's a time. But let me know now where we going to be going to eat at, where we hanging out after the fact, because y'all know anytime all of us get together, we definitely go out to eat. We definitely go out to hang out and all of that. So yeah, there ain't going to be nothing different. All chosen family members, if you guys are coming out to Chicago, please make sure we know who all is coming, because we gonna move one band, one sound. Once we get out there after the event and whatnot, we definitely going out to eat. We are going to fellowship together. We are going to kick it together. Y'all know I believe in doing just that, right? So make sure that is able to happen as well. Yeah, I don't play no games with my folks. If I'm in the same proximity of my folk, guess what? I'm with them. I don't hang with nobody else. I don't. I got too many chosen family members for me to have to hang with anybody. I don't hang with nobody but them. I don't kick it with, no, I kick it with my kind, baby. I don't kick it with nobody other than them. I go to their city. I'm outside with them. Yeah, whatever I do it right there with my folks every single time. I love you guys so much, man. I want you guys to have a beautiful, beautiful day on today. That concludes Fiery Friday. I'll see y'all on Tuesday for more morning walk, word, and worship. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I did start at 9 o'clock, so that's the reason why I ran to 11, because I wanted to make sure that I gave y'all that whole story. Man, I love you guys. True Zing Mama, I don't know who you is, but you sure came over here and showed out on the day. I don't know who you is. You done popped up on the live and got me over here working. Who is you? You make sure you follow my page, because I don't know if you following, but the way you done work me today, I definitely deserve a follow from you for sure, and a subscription. You might as well subscribe too, because you put me to work today. I love you guys, man, so much, man. I want you guys. Yes, she did. She had me. I don't even know who that is, but I love you guys, man. I want you guys to have a beautiful, beautiful day on the day, man. Stay focused, stay locked in. Remember to refocus on God's promise and not the problem reserved. You want what God has reserved. What you got reserved for me? What you got tucked away for me? What you got put to the side for me? That's what we after, right? I love you guys so much, man. Enjoy the rest of y'all day. Again, Saturday, April the 25th, I'm going to be in Chicago, Illinois. On May 3rd, I will be in Detroit, Michigan for the Mother's Day brunch with Monica. If you guys have not got y'all tickets for that, make sure y'all do so as well. May 3rd, I will be in Detroit, Michigan for the Mother's Day brunch. This is the 4th year in a row that I have done this brunch, and these folks keep saying bring her back. Matter of fact, Monica told me, they told her, hey, look, you can't have one without her. We need her to be, we need every brunch. I need her to be there. So I'm coming back and I'm bringing a brand new word with me. Yes, I'm going to bring a brand new word with me. So I will see you guys in the Detroit, and that's Detroit, Michigan. That's going to be May the 3rd, Saturday, April the 25th. I'm going to be in Chicago, Illinois with the Restoration Tour. And then May 27th, I will be in Miami. I will be in Miami, Florida, doing the Awakening with Coach Stormy. Candid Conversation. It is sold completely out. However, they do have the virtual link that is available. So those of you that want to watch it virtually, make sure y'all go on there and grab that link so that y'all will be able to watch it virtually. March the 27th, Miami, Florida. I'm on the way. It is a virtual link that is going to be available because the event is sold completely out. But I still need y'all to watch it. I need y'all to watch it because I still need y'all support, right? So I love me some you guys, man, and I want you guys to have a beautiful day on the day, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Well, I'm about to leave for real, but I want to also say this. My April 15th. If you have not already found your way over to my website, make sure you get subscribed to that as well, LaRoyHall.com, because I will have a special drop that's going to be dropping April the 15th that I'm super, super excited about, and I cannot wait to release it. The first thing that I'm going to do, because it is a limited edition, I am only going to drop it inside of my Patreon first. The Patreon subscribers will have first dibs on that first drop that I have, right? And when I tell you that I'm super excited about it, I've been talking about it for about 2 years because I'm always telling everybody to go get this and go get this and go get this. And finally, I decided that, you know what, I'm going to create my own. I'm going to create my own. And instead of me always telling them to go get something from somebody else, I'm going to take the initiative, like Kira been telling me forever, to create my own stuff, to have my own everything where people can shop with me, that they can pour back into me. And she tells me that about everything that I have, including my t-shirts and all of that. Like, yo, do your own thing. Have your own stuff. And I'm actually taking heed to that. Like, yes, understand that you never too big that you can't learn. That you can't learn. Yes, my people are able to say things to me and I can take it in love and I can hold myself accountable for doing that because I am that type of person. I'll be like, go get it from here or go get it from there. It's like, no, you have your own stuff. Create your own merch. You got your own equipment. Have your own stuff. Let us get our stuff from you. Let's keep this inside of our family. You know what I'm saying? So I found it and I'm in love with it. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I'm so in love with it because I feel like it's going to be so helpful to everybody that's in my group. And I'm not only going to use it for one thing, I'm going to use it as a multi-purpose type of thing, right? I'm going to use it as a thing to where, you know what I'm saying, I'm able to use it inside my Thursday night group as a workbook as well. So once they realize the benefits of these things, once they see what it's really going to be tracking and how it's going to be beneficial to them every 30 days, I know for a fact that everybody's going to be like, you know what, I need that. I need that. I need that. I want that. That right there is going to change the game. So I cannot wait. Chosen family members, again, you guys will have first dibs. It will drop inside of my Patreon first, right? And it's going to be available for everybody April the 15th. So April the 15th, if you're on my website, you know what I'm saying, you guys will see it when it drops. If you're on my website, it's going to send you a notification to let you know that I added an item and you will see exactly what it is. And when I tell you that I love it, I really and truly do. I took the time too. I took the time to make sure that it's lined up the way that they need to be lined up and that it's easy to navigate your way through it. And you know what I'm saying? And I kept the questions real simple, you know what I'm saying, to get you guys to really put in the information that you need. So I'm really excited about it, right? So I love you guys so much, man. And I will tell y'all soon, it'll probably be April the 1st, I'll release to everybody what it actually is. But again, I want to make sure that my chosen family members, those that are inside the Patreon that are there on Thursday night, is very important that you guys get y'all book because I'm going to also use it as a workbook as well. So it's very important that you guys have y'all. So I love you guys and I want you guys to have a beautiful, beautiful day on today. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Y'all be blessed.